All right, happy Sunday to you all. We're coming to the end of the month of March. Yeah. And I'm not gonna stay here and give you a whole lot of long talking. Me not the long talking, the bag of long talking business this morning. I took out my earpiece because I really want to hear what's going on. But anyway, people, yeah. So Jesus, when you take out the earpiece out on the ears, it catch on the ears like I do mine. My word. Them something that make feel in your ears, you know. But anyway, and that's what I talk about this morning. Morning, people. So this morning we're going to continue with the reading of the book of Jeremiah. Those of you who have been with us, we have been reading. We have been reading the book of Jeremiah, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, can I tell you, the book of Jeremiah has taken us to all kinds of places. The book of Jeremiah has taken us to all kinds of places. Let me tell you all something. I say it once, I say it twice, and I will say it a million more times. Jeremiah, eh? Tom's, what's up, sis? How you doing? So I just come off of the slavery, but you know, yesterday me never get to read because me come home kind of late-ish, and then me dey want to watch my friend funeral online. So yeah, a little bit of priority there. So they see me yesterday. But I am here today, and we are going to be reading. We are going to continue with the reading of Jeremiah. But for those of you who were not here when we started, we are now on, I think, 30 something. I not even remember. I don't even think I remember if I had marked where we are. Tea times, I don't even remember, but I know we were at 30 something with Jeremiah. 'Cause Jeremiah really something, you know. I think 39 we are going to start to read today. Jeremiah really something else. Now, for those of you who are just coming, welcome into the live. You are on the channel of Trev from Trevessence. And if you don't know what I do here, especially when I come in the mornings, me do all kinds of things. Anything come to my mind, me do it. Anything me feel like to do, me do it. Me feel like to read the Bible, me read it. Me feel like to read one novel out loud, me read it. Anything me feel to do, me do it. Cause here what? This is my little space on earth. And me use it as I so see fit. Okay. But the reading of the Bible has really struck me as being important because since I was a teenager, I have been questioning what I have been taught, what I have been told. And cook. Exactly, Tabs. When me want to cook, me cook. When me want to work in my garden, work in my garden. Whatever it is I want to do. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, so for those of you who, if you are somebody who gets upset when you hear somebody being critical of the Bible, please, this may not be the place for you because I'm not here to hurt your feelings. And I know the truth really does hurt people's feelings, especially Christians. The truth hurts your feelings so badly. And you all are so sensitive. You all make it worthwhile for people like me to read the Bible and expose its contents because of the way you all react all the time. So if you're one of those people, don't stay here and send up your blood pressure. Don't stay here and make your feelings get hurt because suddenly you're not hurt mine. Just take your time and go on. Okay? But I like to read the Bible because I like to expose the contents of the Bible. Because you know you have the people, many of you all, I call you all your one verse bandits. You grab the Bible and you grab a verse and you expose that verse and you interpret that verse however you want, and then there's no context. So your audience has absolutely no context. You don't know what you're talking about. But you can preach the Bible, you can catch them, you can baptize them, you can convert them, all these things off of one verse. And say, yes, it's the Bible, and we're supposed to listen to the Bible, we're supposed to read the Bible, we're supposed to obey the Bible. So with me being me, I've been told since childhood that I need to believe what's in the Bible. I need to work with what's in the Bible. I need to live according to the Bible. So it is my business to read it for myself. And you ain't ever seen somebody go to school and get a textbook but never read the textbook but expect to pass the course? That ain't happening. So since I've been given the Bible, it is my responsibility to read it, to see what is in it. And I tell you, this is my third go round at reading the Bible. And I'm not yet convinced. I am not yet convinced. A few weeks ago, we read the book of Job. We're not going to talk about Job today. Last week, we started reading the book of Jeremiah. And I prefaced by saying that Jeremiah was a crook. And people text me and say, Trev, why you say Jeremiah was a crook? And I tell them, go and read the book of Jeremiah for yourself. Take your time. Remove all the bias out of your mind. And just go and read it for yourself. Because I've been told from I was growing up, people say, oh, Jeremiah is one of the best prophets, the best prophet ever. People pile on all of this glory on Jeremiah and claim that Jeremiah was so good and how God had spoken to Jeremiah. And God told Jeremiah he knew him from before he was formed in his mother's womb. And all of this that God told him, how he had blessed and sanctified him, and all of this before he was born and everything. And initially I thought, well, yeah, that Jeremiah, if Jeremiah was a great prophet, then he was. Nobody can take that from him. But I got to read this book for myself and let me decide if I think Jeremiah was a great prophet based on the contents of this book. I tell you, Jeremiah was a crook, huh? Jeremiah was a crook, one of the biggest crooks. And I'm going to just, highlight a little bit of what I've read so far on Jeremiah and why I've come to the conclusion that Jeremiah is really a crook. If Jeremiah existed at all, he was a crook. Jeremiah stated that God told him that he should get up and he should go and preach to the Israelites who had abandoned Israel and had moved to the north. He was supposed to go preach to them and tell them that God wanted them to come back to rebuild Jerusalem. Okay, he said to God, why you pick me? I'm a child. I can't. God said, don't worry yourself about it. When you go preach over there, if they look at you funny, if they talk to you funny, just know that may I touch your mouth and may I put every word in your mouth, and anything you say to them is going to be straight from me, and I'm going to protect you from them. All right. Jeremiah went on this journey of preaching and inviting the people to come back to rebuild Jerusalem. But God also told Jeremiah that when these people come back, he's going to destroy them. Why God don't want the people them to come back for destroy them? If the people worship other gods and God is so angry at them, he not to carry them back to Jerusalem to enact revenge on them, right? You know, could have revenge them anywhere in there. But according to the scriptures, Jeremiah was instructed to preach to them, tell them come back from the north, come back. And God also told him he has a plan for them, and the plan is to destroy them by famine, by pestilence, and by the sword. That is their punishment, because he was so angry that they had forsaken him and they had gone and prayed to Baal. They had the children picking up sticks, giving to the fathers. The fathers were making fire, and the mothers were baking cakes for this queen of heaven. I don't know this queen of heaven, whatever it was. Maybe I think it was a female god from over the other side. But anyway, but God was so angry, he could not reign in his own anger. He couldn't reign in his own anger. He was so angry that the children of Israel had strayed from the teachings of Moses and were now, worshiping Baal. But one thing that struck me with this Jeremiah story, when Jeremiah said God tell him to call about the people them, okay? You notice in about chapter 6, I think it was chapter 6. Don't quote me, no have Bible, no go looking at it. I don't have Bible. I preach out and I tell people about them to do this and do that, so I don't have Bible. But I think it was chapter 6, and Jeremiah told the Benjaminites that they needed to leave the city. And I thought, that's interesting that Jeremiah would tell the Benjaminites to leave this city before this wrath of God comes down on this city. Now, for those of you who have read the Bible, why do you think Jeremiah told the Benjaminites to leave the city before the wrath of God came down on the city? Anybody know? Oh, no, no, no. But you know they read Bible every day. And they cuss out people because them not believe we don't believe. And you know, you figure that out. Why would Jeremiah tell the Benjaminites, according to Jeremiah in chapter 6, I believe it was, why would he tell the Benjaminites that they needed to leave the city before the wrath of God came down on the city? All right, I'm not going to wait pound because I don't read the Bible, so no. So Jeremiah was a descendant of Benjamin. So the Benjaminites were his people. He was a descendant of Benjamin. So those were like his closest family. So that's why Jeremiah told them they should leave the city before God burned down the city. So that was God's prophecy. That was a prophecy that God gave to Jeremiah, that he should tell the Benjaminites to leave the city before God come burn it down. That makes sense to you? That make Jeremiah wholesome to you? All right. So anyway, Jeremiah told the Benjaminites that they had to leave because God told him that he was going to burn the city down. He was going to destroy the people them transgress against him, and him going to burn them up. But Jeremiah didn't want his direct family members, the people who were descendants of Benjamin, to be burnt up. So he told them that they needed to leave the city. All right, so them gone, and Jeremiah is there encouraging the people to come back. So the people came back, and his God enacted all of this fury on the people, burned them up, pestilence, famine, and on top of that, he said he wanted nobody to be there to bury them. He wanted the crows to eat them, the dogs to drag them. Oh, Jesus. These are the things that God wanted for these people, who he say are his people, because he had brought their forefathers out of Egypt, and now he was there for them. And this is what he's there for them for, to destroy them with pestilence and fire. But moving right along, Jeremiah said God told him that he's going to use his servant Nebuchadnezzar to destroy Israel. Now, if you have read the Bible, you know Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon was no friends with Israel. So how now the Israeli God is going to use the king of Babylon to destroy Israel? That makes sense to you? Okay, me know it makes sense to you. It don't make no sense to me, but me know it makes sense to you. So Jeremiah said God told him he's going to use Nebuchadnezzar, his servant, to destroy Israel, to destroy the people. And Nebuchadnezzar came up, and Nebuchadnezzar, he slew the kings who he didn't slay. He took them captive, took them down to Babylon with him because they were worth something, if you know what I mean. He took the lawyers, the musicians, the astrologers, and everybody the doctors, everybody who was important, the kings who he did not think that he could manage to take, he slew them. But he destroyed the city. He took all their ancient artifacts, everything that he could, everything that was of value, he took down into Babylon. And Jeremiah is going to tell the people that God says they should go. God said they should go quietly with Nebuchadnezzar. And when they get there, they should build houses, and they should plant gardens, and they should allow the Babylonian men to marry their daughters and allow their sons to marry Babylonian women. So that right there would be the dismantling of Israel. But Jeremiah said, oh, wait a minute now. But wait a minute now. Where you say, Gams, what can the Bible teach us? Go read it yourself, my love. Mm-hmm. Because them things that went on the Bible, let me tell you something. That's why I read the Bible out loud, you know. I read it out loud because I know a lot of people there, they ain't reading it. They ain't reading it, my love. But they will cuss you out in a heartbeat and tell you how much of your devil and how much you're going to go to hell and all these things. All of these little make-up stuff they make. It is just the same way. Enlarge my territory. What's up, my love? Good morning. Mitchie Boo, good morning, my love. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So Jeremiah told the people that God said they should go willingly to Nebuchadnezzar, go build houses, go plant garden, go live down there. And then he goes, oh, wait a minute now. He's going to make this happen only for 70 years. For 70 years. And then he's going to come back to get you, bring you back into Jerusalem, and then he's going to destroy Babylon. Right. You see how Jeremiah give the people them baskets for carry water? So some of the people went peacefully. Others were slain. Others ran away. They went to Egypt. They ran away. They tried to escape. And the city was reduced to nothing. But you know who did not get hurt in all of this? You know who did not even get a scratch in all of this killing? Jeremiah. Jeremiah didn't get a scratch. Jeremiah was the only one. And then people asking Jeremiah, what? Ask God for we know. What the plan him have for we? Ask God for we. That was the mindset of the people. Anything Jeremiah tell them, then believe. Okay? But catch this now. Catch this now. After Nebuchadnezzar and his army had destroyed Israel, what did he do for Jeremiah? Me no know, but me I gotta tell you now. He made Gedaliah to be governor over Israel. And after making Gedaliah to be governor over Israel, what was the instructions that he gave Gedaliah? He said, don't make not even a strand of hair upon Jeremiah head hurt him. Now, why would Nebuchadnezzar show such favor to Jeremiah? I mean, we're not going to say because Jeremiah was serving God and God didn't want anything to hurt Jeremiah. So God protected Jeremiah. Lies. Lies. Nebuchadnezzar's instructions to Gedaliah was to give Jeremiah any land, anything he wants. He should not be wanting of anything. Give him anything he wants and protect him. Make sure that no harm comes of him. And even Ray Charles could see that was because Jeremiah was working with Nebuchadnezzar. That's why Nebuchadnezzar gave him all those gifts and victuals and everything after he had, because without Jeremiah, he would not have been as successful as he was to destroy Israel. Because Jeremiah got the people into this mindset. You understand? Jeremiah, a Teflon charlatan. Exactly, Maxine. Exactly. Johnny, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Exactly. Exactly. Then he acted as though he had come to save the people, and this message he came with was from the Most High. And yeah. And you notice that one of the first things that Jeremiah did was Jeremiah discredited every single prophet that came before him. That was him laying the groundwork for people to believe that he was so wholesome and that God had spoken to him. He discredited Moses, he discredited everybody. I said, God talked to him personally. And God said, oh, I know you from before you were formed in your mother's womb. And God touched his mouth, and God put the words in his mouth. And God told him not to have any children or any wife. Hell yes, because he knew what is going to happen to Israel. So why would I have wife and children when he know what Nebuchadnezzar going to do to the people them? He don't want to experience it. And that was the same thing why he told the Benjaminites to leave the city, so that they would not face the wrath of Nebuchadnezzar. Because he knew what was coming. He knew exactly what was coming. Then, later on in the story, after the few little remnants of people who had run away for safety and gone to neighboring countries, the people decide now, all right, Nebuchadnezzar now destroy Israel, him burn down the place, but the land's still there. We're going to try to go back and see if we can rehabilitate our culture, rehabilitate our place. When the people went back, the people them, I told a little bit of people, it wasn't a whole lot of people, it was two little bit of people. They asked Jeremiah, what you think that God have for we? Talk to him and see what him say we fi do. You hear what Jeremiah tell the people them say? Jeremiah told the people, God say, anyhow, thank God. Jeremiah wicked, The people them come crying to Jeremiah, tell him to go talk to God for them and find out from God what he wants them to do in this Israel, because it's just a few of them and the place burn up. The place, yeah, we need a lot of rehabilitation. Jeremiah tell the people, God say, if they go to Egypt to seek refuge, because remember at this time Egypt was wealthy, they were trading gold and spices and all these things, so life would have been good for the people down in Egypt. Yeah, they would have live well, they would be able to live well. Jeremiah said, God say, if the people them go down to Egypt, go enjoy the good life down there, he's going to make sure that the same famine and pestilence and sword that they are running from in Israel, it will come and meet them down there. It will come and meet them down there in Egypt. So it's like, God is after you. God plan is to slay you. So no matter where you go, no matter what you do, he's going to find you and he's going to slay you. Now you tell me how that would not bring any believer into desperation. How it wouldn't bring any believer into desperation. So the people decided, something, we're not listen to Jeremiah anymore, because we not trust Jeremiah. And of course, yes. It was about time for them no longer to trust Jeremiah. Because the same thing like Zedekiah asked him, how comes you not say nothing good for we? How comes you have no good prophecy from this God that is supposed to be our God? But you have no good prophecy from him for us. And see there. And I believe Jeremiah was the one who was behind them taking Zedekiah and pluck out in Yai. Jeremiah was behind it. Okay, because you see how he benefited, how greatly he benefited from the destruction. Watch out, she knows see me alive. Yeah, you see how greatly he benefited from the destruction of Israel. Because Jeremiah was a little mendicant, Jeremiah have nothing, a little beggar, a little scrabblers around there, so nothing Jeremiah never have. But once he started this preaching and this prophesying and this discrediting of everybody, he now was on a pedestal. No, he was now highly respected. And because he was now highly respected, people were going to him to tell him to intercede for them to their God, talk to God. And hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there. All right. We got that done. Kadoy! Morning, love bug. What's up? Me see you, me see you. Yeah. So there now, Jeremiah. This now brings me to the conclusion that Jeremiah was not working for the people. Jeremiah was not acting in favor of the people. Jeremiah was out for himself, but he realized that he could always use the name of the Lord. He could always use God's name because the people were as gullible as people are today. And he realized that. And so he used it to his advantage. Why not? Hey, what's up? Good morning, my love. How are you doing? Okay. I just wanted to eat that before I started talking again. Yeah. So there it is with Jeremiah. Oh, shit. Yeah, so there it is with Jeremiah. Jeremiah was now a plant. He was that's why I make sure I say me eat first. Me swallow everything before. I mean, I want to choke. Me not good at choking, you know. But yeah. So we are going to continue with the reading of Jeremiah. And for those of you who have not heard the whole reading of Jeremiah, I have not yet put it all up on my YouTube channel, but I will. I will. Let me just give me a little time, give me a little chance. Yeah, because I'm gonna read the entire thing and upload it over there on YouTube. Yeah, so this morning we're not going to talk too much this morning. We're going to read some more. We are on to Jeremiah chapter 38, right? I'm going to never mark it, I think. Yeah, we're going to read from chapter 39 this morning. I think the day before yesterday we ended at 38. So we're going to read Jeremiah chapter 39. And we're going to continue to hear the duping, Jeremiah's duping of the children of Israel. Yeah, that me say. What I mean by what I say my dupe? Because Jeremiah a crook. That's why I say that. Me not hold my mouth down and talk it. Jeremiah a crook. Now we see just doesn't like to read the book of Jeremiah. Of course, yes, Roy. They are not going to. And believe me, for those of you who are fervent worshippers, sit down with a pastor, a preacher, somebody. Sit down with them and read the book of Jeremiah. And come back and tell me what is their interpretation of what happened in Jeremiah. Because even when you put Jeremiah in an AI, the narrative of AI don't match what in the Bible. Them a give you a whole different conversation. You understand? But as we are reading it, just like I would sit here and read a novel with you all, and you all are able to follow the story, it's the same way we are following the story of Jeremiah. And realize what I'm saying. I'm not lying. It's what is in the book. I'm not creating anything. I'm not making up any stories. It is what is written right here. And that's exactly what it is. But we're going to continue reading chapter 39. We're going to continue with the reading of chapter 39. But before we head off into 39, we're going to read 38 so that we can flow into the story. So the continuity of the story can be there. So we're going to read 38 as well. All right. Chapter 38 says, Then Shephatiah the son of Matan, and Gedaliah the son of Pashur, and Jukal the son of Shelemiah, and Pashur the son of Malchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, He that remains in the city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goes forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. All right. And that's Jeremiah telling people, if they go, when he says to the Chaldeans, it's like down to Babylon. If you go with the Babylonians, you shall live. But if you stay in Israel, you go and die by sword, by the famine, or by the pestilence. Thus saith the Lord, this city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Why God would have give the Israelites this land that he says is, you remember from they were coming out of Egypt, Moses said, God had carried them go to a land of milk and honey, So why would God give them this land of milk and honey? And then because they have gotten influence from the people around them and start to worship with the people around them, worshiping what him call other gods, worshiping Baal, he becomes so angry with this anger that cannot be quenched that him slay them, and then him allow even his own enemy. And what kind of God that? Even Nebuchadnezzar, who is his own enemy, he might go use Nebuchadnezzar to come destroy the people and when he say a fiend people. My question has always been, why would he have had to use Nebuchadnezzar? Because if this is God have the power, can just strike people them, just strike who he needed to strike, make them drop dead, right? But why did he not do that? Instead, he had to go use his own enemy, Nebuchadnezzar, to come up and destroy them. That gives me a lot of questions about the abilities of this God, the powers of this God, because first, he could not direct the minds of the people to return from the north and wherever else they had gone on their own. He could not influence them enough for them to come back. He had to use Jeremiah to go preach to them and to go convince them to come back. Make sure Boo say it's all allegedly because she never did it. Me did it neither. But me I infer from what me I read. But let us continue. Verse 4 says, therefore the princes said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakens the hands of the men of war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. Jeremiah, they must have put to death, because Jeremiah ain't saying nothing good to the people or about the people. All right? For this man seeks not the welfare of the people, but the hurt. And them right. Jeremiah not talk nothing like for the people to get wealthy, for the people to grow. Everything is just destruction. Left and right. So the people answer that man if he dead, because him not preach nothing good for the people them, considering that we are supposed to be one people. Then Zedekiah, remember Zedekiah, right? The king. Then Zedekiah the king said, behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then they took Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison, and they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water, but there was mire. So Jeremiah sank in the mire. Now, when that ought be maybe like one pit toilet. Something he deserved it. But anyway. Now when Ebed-Melech, all right, so Ebed-Melech, that was the eunuch guy. Okay. Now when Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs which was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-Melech went forth out of the king's house and spake to the king, saying, my lord the king, these men have done evil in what they have done to Jeremiah the prophet, whom they have cast into the dungeon. And he is likely to die of hunger in a place like that. And there is no more bread in the city. Then the king commanded Abimelech the Ethiopian, saying, Take from thence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he dies. Abimelech took the men with him, and went into the house of the king under the treasury, and took thence old cast cloths and old rotten rags, and let them down by cords into the dungeon to Jeremiah. And Abimelech the Ethiopian said unto Jeremiah, Put now these old cast cloths and rotten rags under your armpits. And Jeremiah did so. So they drew him up out of the dungeon and took him. They took him up out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry, that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee one thing. Hide nothing from me. Then Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, If I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, wilt thou not hearken unto me? So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, As the Lord liveth, that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither shall I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then Jeremiah said to Zedekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, if thou wilt assuredly go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then thy soul shall live. So here Jeremiah tell Zedekiah, say, if him not put up no resistance, if him just surrender and go with the army, the Babylonian army, then he shall live and not die. And the city shall not be burnt with fire, and you shall live, and your house. But if you will not go to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall the city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. Yes, he said pieces of, yes, Andrea is asking if I said if they tie up rotten cloth and something. Yes, that's what it says, that they I guess they tied the pieces of cloths together and made a long rope, and they lent it down, and then they lent down the rope into the dungeon, and Jeremiah put it under his armpit, and then they pull him up. That's what it says. I know me says so, and the Bible says so. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto you. So it shall be well with you, and you shall live. This is Jeremiah talking to Zedekiah the king. But if you refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord hath shown me. And behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes, and those women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on, and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shall be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and thou shalt cause this city to be burnt with fire. Here Jeremiah right there, so they know a gaslight poor Zedekiah. So here he is saying, if Zedekiah does not agree to surrender peacefully and go with the Babylonians, then when the city is destroyed, it will be Zedekiah's fault. Really? Really? Yes, if he said the God of Israel and the God of Moses. Right here, so him said the God of Israel. And when him did say the God of Moses, he probably said so, yes. Because he can't get his story straight. So he probably did say that, for real. But I don't think I read that right now. But let me continue. Yeah, so he says to Zedekiah, and thou shalt cause this city to be burnt with fire. Then Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. Oh, you think me hear me say Moses? Me not think me say that right, you know. Because me no remember, me not see the Moses word here, so at the moment. But we're going to continue. All right. Then Zedekiah said unto Jeremiah, let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with you, and they come unto you and say unto you, declare unto us now what you spoke with the king, hide it not from us, and we will not put thee to death. Also, what the king said unto you. Then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him, and he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived. So Jeremiah dwelt in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken, and he was there. And Jeremiah was there when Jerusalem was taken. Chapter 39. In the ninth year of Zedekiah king of Judah, in the 10th month, Nebuchadnezzar came up, king of Babylon, and all his army came up against Jerusalem, and they besieged it. And in the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the 4th month, the 9th day of the month, the city was broken up. And all the princes of the king of Babylon came in, and they sat in the middle of the gate. Even Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar-Nebo, Sarshishem, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer, Rabmag, with all the residue of the princes of the king of Babylon. And it came to pass that when Zedekiah the king of Judah saw them and all the men of war, then they fled and went forth out of the city by night, by the way of the king's garden, by the gate betwixt the two walls, and he went out the way of the plain. But the Chaldeans' army pursued when Zedekiah and his people saw the Babylonians come up and destroy, and as they were destroying Jerusalem, they tried to escape. But the army pursued them. The Chaldeans pursued them, and they overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. And when they had taken him, they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Riblah in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. Then the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah in Riblah before his own eyes. Also the king of Babylon slew all the noble men of Judah. Moreover, he plucked out Nebuchadnezzar's eyes, and he plucked out Zedekiah's. Oh no, scrap that, Zedekiah. Moreover, Nebuchadnezzar plucked out Zedekiah's eyes, and bound him with chains, and carried him into Babylon. And the Chaldeans burnt the king's house, so them burned down Zedekiah's house, and the houses of the people with fire. So they reduced Jerusalem to rubble, and break down the walls of Jerusalem. Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive unto Babylon the remnant of the people that remained in the city. So the two little people them that was left, they took those people with them into Babylon. And those that fell away, that fell to him with the rest of the people that remained. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left the poor people who had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. All right, so the two little poor people them that's left, him say, all right, you can't go farm that little brought down place over there. So, and little desolate lands. You can't take that. Now, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan. You hear that, Nebuchadnezzar giving charge, him telling Nebuchadnezzar what he wants him to do. All right. For as it pertains to Jeremiah. Now you tell me, if say, all right, let me tell you, let me make it make sense when I try to show you. If say the US and Afghanistan is at war, right? And there is, say, one person, maybe say, in the US Army, and he is responsible for the orchestrating then of how they're going to use the firing power. But the people around him notice that every time he gives instructions about where to hit the Afghans, it always not effective. And the Afghans are able to effectively hit us, causing major casualties and all. Don't you think the people in the military will start questioning this commander? I'm like, whose side are you working on? Are you a traitor? Because every time you give instructions for us to drop a bomb, we end up dropping it in some desolate place. It not cause no effect. But every time the enemy is dropping one over here, it's causing maximum damage. They would question, right? So it was. The people were starting to question Jeremiah. What you up to? This not look right. But anyway, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left of the poor of the people which had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, if you know that sometimes they say Nebuchadnezzar, are the same person them attack. I don't know why sometimes them spell it wrong. What you say, the self for never created me. How what you mean? I don't know what you mean, but it sounds funny. I'm on verse 11 of chapter 29. Now Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying, take him. All right, he said, take Jeremiah. Take him and look after him well, and do him no harm, but do unto him even as he shall say unto you. So him say, no, chapter 39, verse 12, me just don't read. So here now is the king of Babylon saying to this newly appointed governor over there in Israel, say, give Jeremiah whatever he wants. Do not let any harm become of him. Why not? He just orchestrated the greatest takeover of Israel. He just did the greatest thing he could ever do for Nebuchadnezzar. So of course, yes, Nebuchadnezzar is returning the favor. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, sent, and Nebuchadnezzar Rabsaris, and Nergal-Sharezer, Rabmag, and all the king of Babylon's princes, even they sent and took Jeremiah out of the court of the prison and committed him unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, that he should carry him home. So he dwelt among the people. Now the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah while he was shut up in the court of the prison, and said, Go and speak to Ebedmelech, the Ethiopian. You remember Ebedmelech? Ebedmelech was the Ethiopian eunuch, right? Go and speak to Ebedmelech the Ethiopian, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will bring my words upon this city for evil. That's all God keep on telling people. Everything he might come with that evil. I will bring my words upon this city for evil and not for good. Jesus God. And they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be given into the hand of the men of whom thou art afraid. For I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. Okay? Let us move right along, because we don't have the whole day. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him, being bound in chains, among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive into Babylon. Flex, what's up? Morning, my love. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, The Lord thy God hath pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Lord hath brought it, and done according as he hath said, because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed his voice. Therefore, this thing is come upon you. More gaslighting, you know. And because of no sin. And because of no sin, that's why I gotta burn up the place. So that would make sure so you don't have to know. Forgive him. It is supposed to be a way to soften your heart towards this person who has caused you all this destruction. Yeah. Now you're going to blame yourself. You say it's so cold in New York City. It's so warm up, man. It's so warm up. So the people them know, instead of blaming this God for this destruction that he would have caused on them, the people them now blame themselves, because that is how the manipulation work. So now the people now blame them and say, oh, because we did bad, we were wrong. That's why God burned we up. That's why I'm destroying we city. Oh, yeah, so the people them are taking blame, and the actual perpetrator get away scotch-free. Let us continue. He says here, now while he was not yet gone back, he said, Go back also to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon hath made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people, or go wheresoever it seems convenient unto you to go. So the captain of the guard gave him victuals. Gave him what? Victuals and a reward, and let him go. If Jeremiah was not working for Nebuchadnezzar, what would be the reason for Nebuchadnezzar to give Jeremiah any victual or any reward? Or ask that Gedaliah them protect him with their life and let nothing happen to him? Seriously? Seriously? Anyway. Then Jeremiah went unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people that were left in the land. Now when all the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam governor in the land, and had committed unto him men and women and children, and of the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive into Babylon. Oh, you send me flowers? Oh, he miss me. But thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. To me, I made down in the book me never see. But thank you, my love. I hope you're having a good day. You know, here in North Carolina is a nice sunny day. Look like me don't know what the temperature gonna be like today. We got already. That's all right. That's all right. I will see it when I come off the live. Let us continue. Then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan and Jonathan the sons of Keriah, and Sariah the son of Tanemeth, and the sons of Ephi the Netophalite, and Jezaniah the son of a Makathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan sware unto them and to their men, saying, Fear not to serve the Chaldeans, dwell in the land, and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. As for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come unto us. But you gather you wine and summer fruits and oil, and put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities that he have taken. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom, and that were in all the countries, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all the places where they were driven, and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah, unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Moreover, Johanan, the son of Keriah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, and said unto him, Dost thou certainly know that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, hath sent Ishmael the son of Nethaniah to slay thee? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam did not believe them. Then Johanan the son of Keriah spake to Gedaliah and Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto thee shall be scattered, and the remnant of Judah perish? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam said unto Johanan the son of Keriah, Thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael. All right. So I hear the plot now. Him hear the plot, and them a plan for slay Gedaliah. But Gedaliah him no believe what Johanan tell him. Him no believe say Ishmael a plan for kill him. Him say no, not do such thing. Johanan say, yo what? Talk to me now. Just give me the go ahead and make me go in before him you. And Gedaliah say, no, I'm not gonna partake in such thing. Alright? This is just a trail of destruction, bloodshedding, and captivity. So that time for restoration and existence. What time would it be for restoration and existence? Exactly. Exactly. It's just a trail of destruction. Yeah. And it says a lot to me, because it tells me that the Bible God, the power them say the Bible God would have, him not have. Because if he had the power, what them indoctrinate me and say Bible God have, Bible God wouldn't need ordinary men to do his work. He should be able to do his work himself. Him should have be able to influence the people them who had gone north and had abandoned the faith. He should have been able to influence them and say, you know something, them just get up in the morning and say, back to Israel we're going. We're going right back to Israel. We are left everything over here, and we're going back to Israel to go serve with God. But that didn't happen. He needed Jeremiah to preach to them. And then he needed to punish them so severely that he needed to use the brutal and heartless Nebuchadnezzar to slay the people. It's rather interesting, isn't it? Yeah. But Gedaliah says he's not going to partake in the slaying of Ishmael. Now let us move to chapter 41. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, and the princes of the king, even 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. So, all right, all these people come visit Gedaliah, who is the governor now, governor appointed by Nebuchadnezzar. Then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him. So these 10 men, Ishmael with his 10 men. And the 10 men were with him, and they rose up, and they Gedaliah with the sword. And they slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land of Israel. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that were found there, and the men of war. And it came to pass. You see, you can't even trust your enemy. You can't even trust, hey, but what's up? You can't even trust nobody. Because here, Gedaliah probably thought, you know what? Ishmael have no reason for kill me. I'm going to extend an olive branch. We're going to live happily together. I mean, Nebuchadnezzar already appointed me governor. What can he do about it? He can't do nothing about it except to just join the fold and just serve under me. Ishmael was not having it. I think Ishmael was still angry. Ishmael was still angry at what was happening to Israel. Okay, so Ishmael get cross, and him and 10 men slew everybody who was there having this tea, this dinner, whatever they were having with Gedaliah. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that were found there, and the men of war. And it came to pass the 2nd day after he had slain Gedaliah, and no man knew it. So him slay them, but nobody didn't know that they were dead, because remember, it was only them right there up there in Mizpah. Okay? That there came certain from Shechem, from Shiloh, and from Samaria, 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, and having cut themselves with offerings and incense in their hand, to bring them into the house of the Lord. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. Uno say Ishmael are wicked. Uno listen to the story. Uno listen to the story. All right. Why Ishmael go to meet the men, and Ishmael is crying, and he's asking the men if they want to come meet Gedaliah. Gedaliah is already dead. He has already slain Gedaliah. Ricky, what's up? He has already slain Gedaliah. Nobody knew about it. So here comes these men who are coming to Mizpah. Apparently these men are coming to meet with Gedaliah. And he goes out to meet them crying. Let us continue. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, went forth from Mizpah to meet those men, that's the 80 men that were coming with the shaved heads, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. Andrea said, what is the purpose of these killings? Is this about land or purging of a nation? Andrea, that has been my question. What is the point of all these killings? I say it all the time that as I'm reading the Bible, I hear of more killings, more than love and grace and peace and forgiveness. Them say the Bible is written for honor God. It look like it's written for honor Satan. Because the amount of deceit and killing and everything that's in it, I could have never got it to honor. I must Satan. But let us continue. So Ishmael went out to meet these men, and he says to them, "Come to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam." And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah slew them. Happy killing. Happy killing. Ishmael the son of Nethaniah slew them and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and the men that were with him. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have treasures in the field of wheat and barley and oil and honey. So he forbare, and he slew them not among their brethren. So there were 80 men, and he killed 70 and left 10. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah was in Asa, the king had made for fear of Baasha, king of Israel. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled it with them that were slain. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah carried them away captive and departed to go over to the Ammonites. All right, you know, say if as you are reading the Bible, your mind, you start picturing the region in your mind, you will understand how close the Ammonites were to the Israelites. And remember, the Ammonites were descendants of Ammon, and Ammon was one of them boys where Lot did have with daughter. And if you don't remember, when we read, I think Genesis or Exodus, one of them, where Moses said, God said, the children of Israel not supposed to mate with the descendants of Ammon and the other brother. They're not supposed to mate with them famous about 10 or 12 generation. They were not allowed because they were cursed. They were cursed because Ammon was the product of an incestuous relationship between Lot's daughter and Lot. So God did curse them and say, as Moses said, and he said so, and say them not to associate with them for like 10 generation or something like so. Somebody says, boo, someone said once your glasses are taken off, you are able to see things for what they are, and you can't go back to unsee. That's where you are. Exactly. That is exactly where I am. The glasses have been removed. The wool has been removed from my eyes. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. It's gonna say I don't take me on one piece of puppy show. But anyway, I don't mind being yours puppy show. Donald, what's up? How you doing, love bug? You know something day here. But as I come from the people that work, tired and all. But may I read a little bit before me go all fresh and crash out. Yeah, until later. What you say? Hey, listen. that two card was so interesting because Abraham was in fact married to his sister. What I mean by you know that? You know that? You know that? I had to read Bible and they swear upon God every day. Child, yes. Abraham was married to Sarah, and Sarah was indeed Abraham's blood sister. They were the same father but different mother. So I don't know how comes God allowed Abraham to married to Sarah. But God said the children of Israel not be married to nobody where they sent from Ammon. No go so. Eh. So you see me tell us all the time, say this God of the Bible, him double standard, him have preference, him give preferential treatment. You didn't know that? Yeah, man. Abraham was Sarah's brother. They were sister and brother. They were one father. They were different mother, but they were one father. A lot of people don't know that. Come and tell them so they don't read the Bible. Here's if you rewind. If you rewind. Yes, my love. Abraham and his wife Sarai were sister and brothers. Blood sister and brother. They were for the same father but different mother. And I'm going to look in I think it's in a Genesis. I think I have to write down by answer, but I have to write down by answer. I probably write down in my book over there, so. But I now go over there so right now. If I go over there, I now come back here, so I go. Yes, my love. So Abraham and Sarah were sisters and brothers. They were one father, different mother. If you read, I go kind of go off track here, so but I go just explain. Because I like to explain things to you. I mean, I like to leave it in the air. If you remember when we were reading Genesis or Exodus, somewhere around this, I don't remember. But I'm going to tell the part of the story. If you all remember when we were reading the story with Abraham, you all remember when Abraham went down to Egypt, when there was the famine, Abraham decided he was going to go down to Egypt because they had, Egypt had lots of food and stuff. And he went down there with Lot. Lot was his nephew. He went down there with Lot and his wife, Sarah. Yeah, they were same father. Abraham and Sarah were same father, my love, and different mother. When they went down to Egypt, and the men were saying, oh fair Sarah was, how beautiful she was. And they asked Abraham to give Sarah to them. He told them Sarah was his sister. And then he said, well, me not really lie still. I'm his sister. She's my wife, but she's also my sister. Yeah, and he remember saying pimp off Sarah? He pimped out Sarah, and gave her to the pharaohs. And they had her as their wife. No wonder she couldn't breed. Pardon me French. No, pardon me French. No wonder. Because Abraham have the woman a pimp her out left and right. Yeah. He pimped her out to the Egyptians. And he said she was his sister. And they took Sarah. She became wife to the pharaohs. And for that, Abraham was given dowry. That's what them call it when they get the wedding gifts. So the Egyptians gave him a lot of gifts. Cow and horse and donkey and cattle and sheep and everything. And these things that the Egyptians gave him was dowry for Sarah. It was. You said it was for survival. Well, that was his justification of it. That was his justification. It's like it was for survival. So him hand over Sarah to them and say, well, I'm a sister. When they found out I was not his sister, them hand over back Sarah to him. He went, and then he went to what was the other king's name? God. Then he went to that other king And he tried to do the same thing. And after the king had given him all these things and had taken Sarah, the king said, God came to him and said, don't you ever touch that woman because that's another man's wife. And the king was so mad with Abraham to say, why you told me it was your sister when she was your wife? And he go, oh, I didn't really lie. She's my sister, but she also my wife. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, people. Yeah, so that's another little nugget for you all. Yeah, so you can go look it up. Better on the pastor never tell you that. Say Abraham and Sarah was sister and brother. All right. You hit pastor with that today. And you hear what pastor will tell you say. Yeah, hit him with it. Say, pastor, you know, say me hear Trev pan live. I talk about the Bible, and she says Sarah, Abraham, and the sister and brother, anything go so? And see what pastor tell you. Tomorrow, I tell you exactly which part in the Bible it there. But if you go read the story of Abraham and Sarah, you will find it. All right, but let me continue now with the old crook named Jeremiah. The old crook named Jeremiah. Make we continue with him. Okay, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Happy Sunday to you, love. So make we continue reading the Bible here. So we just go by what the Bible said. I say no, we make up nothing, you know. So if something in it, if me read something and you offend you, I say no, me you forget mad with the Bible. Cause I don't know, me I say out of my own heart, out of the Bible. Exactly, expedite. Me and your boy and your sister at the same time. You see that? But we don't have the family ram business. Right, Barry? We don't have the family ram business. All right, but let us continue here. He says, in verse 7, it says, wait, I could read verse 6. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah, come and meet Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, slew them, and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and the men that were with him had dug. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Don't slay us, please, don't slay us, for we have treasures in the field of wheat and barley and oil and honey. So he forbare, and he slew them not among their brethren. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah was the same pit for Asa the king had made for fear of Baasha, king of Israel. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, filled it with all the dead bodies of the men he had slain. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were left in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, carried them away captive and departed to go over to the Ammonites. All right, Roy said it. They are all right, you see it? Some know, some not telling no lie now. Roy said, if you go look at Genesis chapter 20, verse 12, and we see Abraham and Sarah was sisters. All right, let's continue. But when Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him heard of all the evil that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had done, then they took all the men and went to fight with Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and found him by the great waters that are in Gibeon. Now it came to pass that when all the people which were with Ishmael saw Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, then they were glad. So all the people that Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned, and went unto Johanan, the son of Kareah. But Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, escaped from Johanan with 8 men and went to the Ammonites. Then Johanan, the son of Kareah, took all the captains of the forces that were with him, all the remnant of the people whom he had recovered from Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, from Mizpah. After that, he had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, even mighty men of war, and the women, and the children, and the eunuchs, whom he had brought again from Gibeon. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt, because of the Chaldeans, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael the son of Nethaniah had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon made governor in the land. So the people them make sure say them live in the city where they near to Egypt, so that if Babylon come up after them out of anger, out of revenge for what Ishmael had done, then can quickly escape into Egypt. Living on the edge of fear, isn't it? Oh my God. Well, that is the end of Jeremiah chapter 41. We are going to continue reading now, because we're going to read 42. We want to hear what else happened to Jeremiah. You know what I hear too? Yeah, man, me want to hear what else happened to Jeremiah. I don't know, forget to those of you who tap into tap, and those of you over here, don't forget to hit the like button. 42. Then all the captains of the forces, and Johanan the son of Kareah, and Jezaniah the son of Oshiah, and all the people from the least even unto the greatest, came near, and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, Let, we beseech thee, our supplication be accepted before thee, and pray for us unto the Lord thy God, even for all this remnant, for we are left but a few of many, as thine eyes do see. You are so welcome, my love. You are so welcome. Anything for you. My friend says, thanks for the reading. You are welcome, my love. That the Lord thy God may show us the way wherein we may walk, and the thing that we may do. Then Jeremiah them I talk to them, and said, Jeremiah, I forgot to talk to God for them, and make God tell them what he wants them to do. All right. Then they said, hold on, Then Jeremiah the prophet said unto them, I hear you. Behold, I will pray unto the Lord your God according to your words. And it shall come to pass, that whatsoever thing the Lord shall answer you, I will declare it unto you. I will keep nothing back from you. And that you can man I tell people them. But let us listen. Then they said to Jeremiah, The Lord be a true and faithful witness between us, if we do not even according to all the things for which the Lord thy God shall send thee to us, whether it be good or whether it be evil, we shall obey the voice of the Lord our God, to whom we send thee, that it may be well with us when we obey the voice of the Lord our God. And it shall come to pass after 10 days that the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah. Jeremiah go sit down and go think up. What me can't tell them, say no. It take him 10 days. It take him 10 days to come up with another cockadoodle story. So I say after 10 days had passed, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. Then called he Johanan. So Jeremiah called Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces which were with him, and all the people from the least even to the greatest. And he said unto them, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, unto whom he sent me to present your supplications before him. If he will still abide in this land, then will I build you and not pull you down. All right? And I will plant you and not pluck you up. For I repent me of the evil that I have done unto you. So now Jeremiah said, God said him vex, him grieved, him sorry. Say him do all these wicked things to the people. That's what Jeremiah said. Jeremiah, after 10 days, Jeremiah said, God say, tell the people them say, him sorry for all the wickedness I am do to them. Why would God be sorry? If God taking whole might and thought about this, all this wickedness what he was going to do to the people, and he carried it out, and in his heart, he felt justified because he is God, why now would God be sorry? That don't make no sense, right? But Jeremiah said, God tell him so. After 10 days, God say, he repent me of the evil that I have done unto you. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon, of whom ye are afraid. Be not afraid of him, said the Lord, for I am with you to save you and to deliver you from his hands. No, Lord Jesus, no make that chariot tumble down with me. No, tell me no. Make me sit down straight. God repent. Exactly. Exactly, God. That's exactly what I'm saying when I say this don't make no sense. God is repenting. So, who gotta pray to? Who gotta ask for forgiveness for being sorry for all that he has done to these people? Who is he? Let me tell you what something. Jeremiah got plot and scheme and come up with a brilliant explanation of the situation, gaslighting the simple-minded of the masses. Exactly. 10 days he go sit down and melt on it. 10 days they come back and say, God said, I am your God. I'm going to build you up and not break you down. Be not afraid of Nebuchadnezzar. No afraid of him. Come here, I'm going to protect you from him. No, you're going to protect me from him after you done just make him kill off thousands and thousands of my people and left me here, so one little packet of us trying to survive. And now you're gonna come tell us, say, oh, don't be afraid of Nebuchadnezzar. Don't be afraid of Nebuchadnezzar. I'm going to protect you from him. So why didn't you protect all of Israel from him? Why did you say he was your servant and you were using him to destroy the people? Why? It makes no sense. Exactly, God. To who gotta repent? That is my question too. To who is this God repenting? To himself? Listen, I say to y'all all the time, love one another. Be kind, be peaceful. And if you cannot love somebody, not hurt them. And everybody lovable, you know. Some of them people here don't deserve you if you love them. Some of them people don't deserve you if you have them up in your bosom. Because some of them are all devil. Them take after the God in the Bible. They're wicked. Then we kill you today, and tomorrow then come back, come laughing in your face and say, don't worry yourself. I know me did do it. I know me did do it. Then come back and gaslight you tomorrow. You know, it's the same thing like when I reading in the Bible. You see how them destroy the people and then he come out, according to Jeremiah, Jeremiah, you know, I him, I the crook right there, so there, I him, I lead. Yeah. Just be exactly expedite. Be decent human being. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you know say something you're going to do to somebody, you wouldn't like it done to you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go about deceiving people. Just avoid some people, because some people deserve to be avoided. Some people deserve to be avoided. Just avoid them. And if you find that you and this person's spirit no mesh, you cannot exist, you cannot coexist peacefully, you go your way and make them go their way. You understand? But you not have to hurt them. You not have to hurt nobody. And be wise as serpent and harmless as a dove. And that's all you need. You don't need to go along and talk say, oh, me have to go pray, me have to ask God, as though you are seeking favor from this God over anybody else who they look for favor. Tell me, you ever stay up on your knee yet? Listen, you ever stay up on your knee yet for something? I try to get it and I get it. I try to get it and you go get it by your knees. Until you get by your knees is a back shot. You're not getting nothing else. That's how you get by your knee. Some places need to be avoided too. Exactly. Some people and some places. God says self. Self say what? Me not know what me not know. Listen, me and when I just read what the Bible say. And me I make up nothing, you know. No don't say Trev make up nothing. Out of the Bible may I read it. Out of the Bible may I read it. Yeah. That's what it says. Avoid people who you and them spirit no mesh. You stay away from them stay away from you. You not hurt them not hurt you. And everybody just live until everybody dead. Because one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. The whole of we are go dead. None of we not come out a year alive. So for the little time where we are go dead, you know, just live good, man. Just live good with each other, no? That no means I live good means you not forgot sell on yourself like you know forgot sell on yourself, you know. That no means you not forgot sacrifice on yourself for people, you know. That no means when somebody asks you for sin, you give away the last of what you have, you know, and then walk around like Hector Gibson with one and back of you and in front of you, you know. That no what it mean. And that's what I mean. Look out for yourself. Okay? Look out for yourself. But in the process, don't hurt nobody. All right? Make me continue. I wish I did that. All right, so this is what Jeremiah tell the people them say. God say, I am with you to save you and to deliver you from his hand. And this is his Nebuchadnezzar hand. He must save the people them now from Nebuchadnezzar. And I will show mercy unto you. And I will show mercy unto you, that he may have mercy upon you, and cause you to return to your own land. But you know, say God no give nothing without nothing, you know. God do not give. This Bible God here, this Bible God one of the most vengeful entities ever. You hear him say he might take care of the people them, but I don't know so that always come. But if you say, we will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of the Lord your God, saying, no, into the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor the sound of the trumpet, nor have hunger of bread, and there will we dwell. And now therefore hear the word of the Lord, ye remnant of Judah. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, if ye wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt and go to sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which you are afraid of shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt. And the famine whereof you were afraid, it shall follow you into Egypt, and there you shall die. Mighty God, God wicked. And there you shall die. You know, imagine that. Imagine that. Him just tell the people them, say, him a go protect them from Nebuchadnezzar. But all of that now is conditional. I will protect you from Nebuchadnezzar. I will not make him harm you. Only if you decide to stay in Israel. If you decide that you're going to go to Egypt where there is lots of food and there is no war, you're peaceful living, good living, me I going to make sure somebody slay on with the sword or some kind of famine take you or some kind of pestilence. What kind of God is that? Because tell me now, what would you want to choose for yourself? Remember, I said, just the poorest of the poor people are left, Remember, Nebuchadnezzar have taken the best of Israel and either kill them or take them away and gone with them. Okay? Now, it's just the poorest of the poor people, dirt poor people are left. And Jeremiah going to tell the people them, say, God say, if them decide to go into Egypt, destruction going to follow them and take them over there. The only way I'm going to protect them is if they stay in Israel. And remember now, Israel has been reduced to nothing. He burned down everything. And he wants them to stay there. That's the only way he's going to give them favor. No wonder poor people romanticize poverty so much. Out of bed when I get them foolishness from me now. I romanticize poverty. I don't want nothing here. All my riches are in heaven. Oh, when I die, when I get there, Only is a bag of fool people. This is the life you got to live. Just like how the Bible romanticizes the poverty. Here Jeremiah tell the people, them God say, if them stay in the squalors, in what is left of Israel, not left there, just ashes and dirt. All the amenities of the city are gone. Burn down everything. And God tell him, say, if the people them stay in that the destitution, he will be with them. But if they dare to go to Egypt, where there is bread and there is no war, there is peace, and they can have a good, decent life, then he's going to ensure that poverty can meet them and famine and come on now, man. Come on now. Let me continue reading this a bit before. Watch it after 10. Oh, no kidding me. After 10 already? Mighty God. But anyway, let me continue reading. Because the story nice. So true. His story nice. Story sweet. So shall it be with all the men. So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, and none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. Oh my. In case you need a place to run, come here. Don't mention location. Oh, Jesus, listen, expedite. Listen. Nah, people. Let me continue. Sophia, are you that? What's up? Let us continue. For thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, as my anger and my fury hath been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you when ye shall enter into Egypt, and ye shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach, and ye shall see this place no more. The Lord hath said concerning you, O ye remnant of Judah, go ye not into Egypt. Know certainly that I have admonished you this day. For he dissembled in your hearts when he sent me unto the Lord your God, saying, pray for us unto the Lord our God, and according unto all that the Lord our God shall say, so declare unto us, and we will do it. And them did tell Jeremiah something true. You don't remember? So them did tell him something true? They did tell him to go to God, go pray on their behalf, go ask him what he want for them. And they promised him, say, anything he tell them, say God say, whether it be good or bad, they will do it. You remember? So now Jeremiah remind them, say, remember now, and who tell me, say, for go to God on y'all's behalf. And you all told me that whatever God say, I'm going to abide by it. So you can't back out of the deal right now. All right. And now I have this day declared it to you, but ye have not obeyed the voice of the Lord your God, nor anything for which he hath sent me unto you. Now therefore, know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence in the place whither ye desire to go and to sojourn. I want to hear it. That is the end of Jeremiah chapter 42. Let us continue because this story nice. So let us continue. Chapter 43. And it came to pass that when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking unto all the people, chapter 43, and it came to pass that when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking unto all the people, all the words of the Lord their God, for which the Lord their God had sent him to them, even all these words, then spake Azariah the son of Hoshaiah, and Johanan the son of Kareah, and all the proud men, saying unto Jeremiah, what do you think them said to Jeremiah? Allah ya tell. They said to Jeremiah, thou speak falsely. Then tell Jeremiah, say, Allah ma tell. The Lord our God hath not sent you to say, go not into Egypt to sojourn there. Somebody I call out Jeremiah for the lie them way I tell. But Baruch, the son of Neriah, sets thee on against us. So them I said to Jeremiah, say, Baruch I tell you they sitting here now, no God not tell you nothing so. They say, but Baruch, the son of Neriah, set thee up against us for to deliver us into the hand of the Chaldeans, that they might put us to death and carry us away captives into Babylon. So Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces, and all the people obeyed not the voice of the Lord to dwell in the land of Judah. So the people say, we not listen to Jeremiah, because Jeremiah is fraud. We not believe nothing at all what Jeremiah say. But Johanan the son of Kareah and all the captains of the forces took all the remnants of Judah that were returned from all nations where they had been driven to dwell in the land of Judah, even men and women and children, and the king's daughters, and even persons that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had left with Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah the prophet, and Baruch, the son of Neriah. So they came into the land of Egypt, for they obeyed not the voice of the Lord. Thus came they even to Tapanis. So that are the name of the place in Egypt where they went to go live. Then came the word of the Lord to Jeremiah in Tapanis, saying, take great stones in your hand. This is what Jeremiah said, God tell him, take great stones in your hand and hide them in the clay of the brickling, which is at the entry of Pharaoh's house in Tapanis, in the sight of the men of Judah. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will send and take Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will set his throne upon these stones that I have hidden, and he shall spread his royal pavilion over them. Why, Shanette, what's up? Oh, Shanette, what's up? How you doing, my love? Thank you for the donut, sugar bun. Thank you, my love. How you been? Good morning to you, my love. Me there here, go and enlighten the people them about the word. Verse 11 says, and when he cometh, he shall smite the land. I trick people them again, you know. I want you all to listen carefully. Listen to how Jeremiah guess at the people them again, you know. So now, because the people are deathly afraid of Nebuchadnezzar, he might go say, God tell him to take stone, put at the Pharaoh's door, and tell the people them say Nebuchadnezzar is going to come set up throne on these stones and slay the people them, making the people to be deathly afraid. I want to go on so. Can I play with your phone, you know? Eh? All right, let us continue. Hold on, there when me there now. Me I'll forget when me there. And when he cometh, this is what Jeremiah tell the people them, and when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt and deliver such as are for death to death, and such as are for captivity to captivity, and such as are for the sword to the sword. And I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captive, and he shall array them with the land of Egypt, as a shepherd puts on his garment, and he shall go forth from there in peace. Me don't know what you do. Me don't know me say I play with your phone. I end up black expedite. Me don't know what I mean no so that not deliberate. But you touch something. Me not try for unblock you. Me don't know how you block me, boo. Me don't know what you do. Tap ramp with the phone, lady. I just listen to me reading the Bible for you. What me do? Anyway, let us continue. And I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt. All right. Well, your shoulder touch the phone and your block expedite. Me no know what hold on there. Hold on there. Me don't know where you're doing sis, but okay, all right, see him then come back. Me unblock you. Hush, expedite, hush. I don't mean a card. Card and our about dialing. It's okay, we fix it, sugar bun. We fixed it. I fixed it. All right, so let us move right along, beautiful people. It says, and I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captives. And he shall array them with the land of Egypt, as a shepherd puts on his garment, and he shall go forth from thence in peace. He shall break also the images of Beth Shemesh, that is in the land of Egypt, and the houses of the gods of the Egyptians shall be burnt with fire. So, let me get this straight. The two little people them that's left in Israel, the two little people them ask Jeremiah, go ask God what he want from me, what he want us to do. 10 days later, Jeremiah come back and tell them, say, God talk to him and God tell him, say, if them stay in a Jerusalem in a destitution, he will be there with them in a destitution. But if they dare to go down to Egypt where there is bread and food and water and there is no war, then he's going to stalk them with famine and pestilence and the sword. And if he dead by the sword, I got dead by the sword. And if he dead by pestilence and famine, whatever if kill you, everybody I got dead. And the people them say, move from here, so lie ya tell. We ain't nothing with you. Cause you lied. God never tell you nothing good yet. So yeah what? We not stay up here so a Judah and this a destitution in the rubbles. If we try to dig ourselves out, we are choose prosperity and we are going to Egypt. So the people them go at Tepanis, go establish themselves in Tepanis. Jeremiah would left the people them alone. Jeremiah go back and tell the people them, say God say, if you take one big stone and if you put in front of the Pharaoh's house, and then I go trick the two little people them one left and tell them, say, God say, Nebuchadnezzar, who they are so deathly afraid of, is going to be able to come and set up place on this stone and is going to orchestrate their destruction. Why the people why the sort of the Bible cruel so? So clearly the people them not prosper. Clearly, this God no want Israel to be reestablished. Clearly. Because anyway the people them turn, the only thing he has for them is destruction. But me I go continue reading because I like his story. You know like his story too? I like the story. I go read 44. I go read 44 because the story nice. The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the Jews which dwell in the land of Egypt, which dwell at Migdol, and at Tapanis, and at Noph, and in the country of Pathros, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, ye have seen all the evil. God a brag now, we know. Jeremiah said, God a brag. God said, Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, he have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah. And behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man lives there. But at this the same place I didn't want the people them to stay. Oh my goodness. And no man lives there. Yeah, man, me have to digest it. Then let's move on. Because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me. Am I guess like the people them again? Because of their wickedness which they have done, have provoked me to anger. In that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods whom they knew not, neither they, ye, nor their fathers. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servant, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Yeah, God is capable of hate. Him says so right here, so Jeremiah say, God said the people them do all these things that God hates. But they hearkened not, nor inclined their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they are wasted and desolate as at this day. I got that a boast, you know how much in destroy the people, you know? All right. Therefore now, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel. Right now, I'm not the God of Israel, I'm the God of Nebuchadnezzar. Because him a work hand in hand, wholly and solely with Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar down there in Babylon living rich, nice and pretty, thanks to the Israeli God. The Israeli God allowed Nebuchadnezzar to come up and destroy Israel and take all the good things. The people them and everything, all the artifacts, everything. So he's no longer the God of Israel. He's the God of Nebuchadnezzar. That would be fair to say, right? But let us continue. Therefore now, thus said the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain. In that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whither ye be gone to dwell, that he might cut yourselves off, and that he might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? They are not humbled even unto this day, neither have they feared, nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes, that I set before you and before your fathers. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all Judah. And I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine. They all shall die, from the least even unto the greatest, by the sword and by the famine. And they shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, so that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return, but such as shall escape. So I'm really not want to rebuild Israel. This is conflicting. He really does not want to rebuild Israel, because he wants to make sure and slay everybody. So who is going to return to rebuild this city? Him said, none shall return. None shall return. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah and said, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee. Big Red, what's up? If people them say, Jeremiah, all the way you just say, we are not hearkening unto it. We not listen. Move from us with that nonsense. You see what I mean? But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goes forth out of your own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offering unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the cities of Judah. Now this is the rebellion. The people might fight back. And in the streets of Jerusalem, for then have we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. So you see, let me sit down good. The people are wising up. Them few little people here that left, them I use them brain. They are like, what Jeremiah said to we no make no sense. at all. We must say God tell. So you are Jeremiah. We are not going to obey anything you say. You see, same way like how you say God begs because we be a cakes to the Queen of Heaven and we make sacrifice, and that we will continue doing right down here in Egypt. Because when we were doing that, we were prosperous. We had a good life. But anytime we are doing what you expect us to do, them kind of sacrifice, animal sacrifice and them things there, look what happened to we. Fire come, burn we up, sword come, we gone in a bondage, all these things. So you can stand the talk. Whatever you want to talk, you can stay there and keep talking. But we are going to do what we are doing, because what we are doing and who we are praising, we don't have any problem with it. In fact, we are prosperous. Yeah, people them say that. They say, let me read it again for you know, say, but we will certainly do whatever thing goes forth out of your own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers and our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well, and we saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted of everything and have been consumed by the sword and the famine. When people are now deconstructing, when you see people on the internet who are deconstructing and moving away from religion and religious ideologies, please leave them alone. If you have nothing good to say on their page, keep it moving. Okay, don't stop on the people's page one time. Because when I've been telling you all for years now, it's about a bunch of hogwash. It's foolishness. But me can't tell nothing because me say, oh dare you call the Bible foolishness. How dare you, Trev? You blaspheme, you're gonna go to hell. Me not believe in a hell. I mean I believe in a heaven. So, and I'm not saying a hell nor heaven on myself. As me not believe in them foolishness there. Me not believe in a fantasy. I believe in reality. Yeah. Me not believe so when me dead, me I go come back. Come back on the what? Me I come back, me I go to heaven, some heaven, go up in the sky, go live up in the sky. What? That don't even make sense. It don't make no sense. But me nobody can tell no to still believe it. And me not gonna if you don't believe. But I'm a realist. That don't make no sense to me. Alright, what makes sense to me is to be kind to you. And all the time me kind, because sometimes I don't really make me have to say things. But but even with that being said, I'm generally a kind person. Me not hurt nobody. Me not desire nobody for hurt. Some people deserve hurt, but I'm not gonna me hurt them. If you don't get what I mean. But anywho, yeah. So now the people here in the Bible, the people them are smart up. They said when they were there in Jerusalem serving the Baal God, they were prosperous. They had no fear that anybody was going to slay them. They had no fear. They were living well. But anytime them a serve this a Bible God, all this a Bible God have to offer them is death and destruction. So now the people them turn them back upon Jeremiah. Say, move from here, so we don't want to hear nothing from you nor your God. Make we stay down here, so. Make we stay here, so. Make we go and do what we want to do. Because yesterday people them Achoo. Because, listen, the people are being reasonable with themselves and being honest with themselves. If you did a prayer every day, you know that's true. Them did a prayer every day and burn incense and all of this thing to Baal, who the Israelites claim is false God. So the Israelites them say a false God. But the people them bake them cakes and offer it to this God and all these things. And they are living well. They have a good life. There's no war. There is peace. Everybody live happily together. That's what the people desire. They desire peace. They desire good living. But anytime them serve this invisible God, Moses God, the people them notice they appear death and destruction. That's all he has to offer them. Him not forgive them for nothing. All he want to do is just slay them, left and right. The people them tired. They are annoyed now. They don't want to have nothing to do with him no more. So them tell Jeremiah, say, you move from here, so, and leave we alone, and let us do what we want to do. And I say, fair enough. I am with the remnants of Israel for that. Yeah. And they say to him, and when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and pour out drink offerings unto her, and we make cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings to her without our men, then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer. I don't hear what I'm going to say. What do you think I'm going to say? Why y'all think he going to say? God said he burn them up. I bet you. Let's read and see. The incense, Jeremiah said to the people, the incense that you burn in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, you and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them? And came it not into his mind? So that the Lord could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings, and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation. Yeah, not a gaslighting. That's why your land is now a desolation, because of all this incense and whatever you burned unto that God. That's why the God of Israel turned around and burned down Israel. You're right. And an astonishment and a curse without an inhabitant, as at this day. Because he have burnt incense. You know it's true, right? Because he have burnt incense, and because he have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord, nor walked in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies, therefore this evil is happened upon you this day. Really? And you hear the gaslighting again. Uno cause Israel. All on a sudden. Thank you, Donald. All on a sudden, it's the people who caused Israel to be burnt down. Is not this God who cannot control his anger? Is not this God who in cahoots with this Jeremiah, in cahoots with this Nebuchadnezzar to come take away all the riches of Israel and burn down the city? It is the people. It is the people who are responsible. That's like victim shaming. Yeah. Right. Say, who is this God of Israel? Now, this imaginary God when them talk about, when Moses said live among the clouds. Not him. I him are the God of Israel, you know. So anyway, he says, and the people them cause this to happen to them. Then he said, moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, hear the word of the Lord, all Judah that are in the land of Egypt. Excuse me. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, you and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hand, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed, to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven. Yes, they sure did say that. And to pour out drink and offering unto her. He will surely accomplish your vows and surely perform your vows. Therefore, hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord God liveth. So God begs. God say no, the people them. God begs. God say no, what the people them call his name in their mouth. God begs. God can't control the people there. He say no, what the name, the people them call his name in their mouth no more. All right. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and until there be an end of them. Yet a small number that escape the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah. And all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose words shall stand, mine or theirs. And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that he may know that my word shall surely stand against you for evil. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will give Pharaoh Hophra, king of Egypt, into the hand of his enemies, and into the hand of them that seek his life, as I gave Zedekiah, king of Judah, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, his enemy, and that sought his life. Me say me never see a God revengeful so. Me never see a God hateful so. Me never see a God cruel so. Me could read 45 before me go sleep. The word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, when he had written these words in the book at the mouth of Jeremiah, in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, unto thee, O Baruch, thou didst say, Woe is me now, for the Lord hath added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sighing, and I find no rest. Thus shalt thou say unto them, The Lord says this, Behold, that which I have built will I break down, and that which I have planted I will pluck up, even this whole land. And seekest thou great things for thyself? Seek them not, for behold, I will bring evil upon all flesh, saith the Lord. But thy life will I give unto thee for a prey in all places whither thou goest. This is a God who is out of control. He can't control emotion, he can't control his thoughts, he can't control himself, he can't control the people them. So all he can think about is to rule them by fear, through fear. And if them not afraid enough, then we dead enough. If them not afraid enough, then we dead enough. Yeah. Because all he can think, I will do, just listen to the words. The destruction. I will destroy you. You know the word them strong? I'm full of hatred. Me no want to be around that there's somebody there. If I am around anybody who exhibit this level of hatred and is this destructive, I'm not going to be around you. I'm not going to be your friend. You are not going to remain around me. Because me can't do them kind of energy there. I cannot. If you are a destructive person, you're always angry and you're always trying to find ways to hurt other people and to make, I cannot be around you. No, because that energy not sit well with my spirit. So here is this God of the Bible just angry at the people, just to destroy the people, the hatred, the destruction that he delights in. And you can hear him just stroking himself. Don't forget now, I am the God of Israel. Don't forget now, I am the one who destroyed your foreparents. And I will have no qualms about destroying you. So watch yourself. Watch how you talk to me. Watch what you do. No wonder the people them could find no peace. And as soon as the people decide that, listen, we are going to stay in Egypt, because in Egypt there is peace. We might have to worship a little stone or a little man or make out of wood, but we have peace and we have prosperity. Jeremiah, we don't want to hear nothing more from you and your God. Why at that point God couldn't say, okay, I have something great for you. We're going to rebuild Jerusalem and it's going to be better than it was before. Why couldn't something like that God say? Instead, God said, you don't remember who me? You don't remember me tear down Jerusalem? I met Nebuchadnezzar come and tear it down and take. You don't forget, I miss him one, you know? You not joke. You don't remember saying me? I would tear on up just like I'm going to tear that down. So that is just for me, just to drive fear in the people. And the people are no longer surrendering to fear. The people are realizing that this is not working out. Are you me a gluffer and a tall up? Yeah. Are you me a gluffer? Yo. Yeah, thank you for the heart, me, my love. See? Thank you. I'm glowing for you, my love. Listen up. And me, you want to come rob the cradle? No, sir. You're going to destroy them people in that Bible. Me afraid. Listen, expedite. What's up, my love? Listen. One man over here saw look me. One man, but he look a bit too young. He's saying well tall, so it's justified. Listen, expedite. Him say age no matter. That's what I'm saying. Listen, no come out of my business. But listen now, me coming like a Jeremiah, drawn up in the business, and then a slave no tell you to come out of the business. Oh my goodness. One love, tall love. Bless up a nice clean self, my love. Bless up yourself. That is it. Exactly. We leave it right there. We not bring them all up in our business. Right? Wink, wink. One love to you, my darling. All right, people. So now see now, we done read up to Jeremiah 45. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we can't finish now. Jeremiah got to 52 chapters. So tomorrow we might read the rest. Not miss it tomorrow morning, you know. Tomorrow morning, but I'm going to start like a bit later tomorrow morning because when I left work, I have to go get some things done before I come home. So we are going to get it together. And tomorrow morning, but we're going to start maybe about 9 o'clock. We might reach home by 9 o'clock. We will read the rest of Jeremiah. Okay? And later on, I'm going to take time, read it a few chapters at a time, and put it on my YouTube channel. But for right now, That is where we are going to end the live. Yes, I need to move ASAP. I need to move go. Yes, I need to move go. Come to Texas. Me not come to Texas. You want to go on a Hot Wheels with me? No, me love. You want to stay out there. You know, see all what going on to is going out there. Me. Later, my love, I appreciate you. You have yourself a great day. Me go sleep now because I'm tired. Me go hold a little rest. So I can't wake up to go back at the people and work later. That too far, Canada closer. Achoo. Listen, the way all the US make Canada the enemy, me not going away. Me not going nowhere, because me no want no problem. Have yourself a great day, Shernette and Donald. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you all for the gift. Me get one donut today. I have to make a little coffee for eat with. Me get hearts. I'm going to get what the roses. You see it? My granny always say, you better walk for a little something and sit down for nothing. Not true, Shernette? Yes, my love. Me say, Shernette, me not gonna away because me no know. Me no like what I go on. And well, people have too much airport stories and all these things. Yeah. And where's I go Canada and US at odds right now? Me not going anywhere. And also people as me I talk about, I've seen several videos of people saying like them a travel like from Europe or coming to the US and them get detained. People travel from Canada. Just be careful out there because it just look like say me don't know if the government hire people. Cause remember say them not talk about sitting about paying people must see $1,000, $1,500 for each somebody where they in capture. Yeah, they have one little sitting there go on where they might pay people for capture people. So yeah. So no better be careful out there. Cause if people might get paid for capture on, so them not ramp for capture on, and then when them put on in a prison, when them put me no know I say uno, me have to say we, cause all are we. Any of us can be target. Anyone who say anything. Yes, Shernette. Anybody, yes. Anybody who say anything. So them a capture you and put you in some prison. See down in Miami, they study them have 5,000 people in a one space. So supposed to only hold 500 people. The people them a poop and a fart and a shit for one another. Pardon my language, but I just some feel like we say it right now. Yeah, that's how desperate the situation is. The people them are dead, the people them not get enough food, one little cup of water for the whole 24 hours, little bit of food, people them who diabetic, people are dead. People listen, things are going in this place here. Okay? So you better be careful and be safe out there. Yeah? And watch on the mouth, no make on the mouth, watch you know. Shernette, you're coming back from your country, they see that on your social media. You go, as some I get to understand, say, if they put it on your if them search your phone and see anything funny where you say anything about so and so, you they go straight down as so and so. Go. And them a send you back to your yard and all them things there. So we just have to be careful, and while you're not at it, some of my friends Zuri roll up in the place there. Maybe a cake for Christmas time, but Zuri be a cake all year round. See Zuri there? You can get cake. Cake, greater cake, any kind of cake. See Zuri there? Forward up in that place, Zuri. How you doing, sis? Yeah. So you can order no greater cake, no rock bun, no greater cake, coconut cake, whatever, anything where Zuri they bake. Whatever Zuri a bake that we work with. At Easter now, Easter bun. I know found we love give bun. About time I give one different kind of bun. At Easter time, give bun now with cheese. And with that, I'm going to bed and gone on my bed. I will see. Make sure that the guns is over for the morning. I will see you all again in the morning. All right? Have yourselves a great day, guys. An absolute pleasure being here with you. Thank you all so much for having stayed with me. For having stayed with me. Where's say I wait, Panny? Listen, expedite. Yeah, you need fit talk. You just send me a number for Instagram. Me delete my Instagram, you know. Cause they just get on my nerves, yeah, man. Deleting. Can't bother. Maybe me open you up back when me start doing my little thing, but me can't bother. Yeah. So I have to go talk one other way. You know, go over on TikTok. Go over on TikTok and send me one message. Yeah, go over on TikTok and send me one message. Before TikTok locked down in 10 days. Or you see my message on Facebook. I know somebody delete Facebook off on my phone. Alright, me go reinstall it and go look. Okay? Alright, beautiful people. Alright, me gone now though. I will see you all later. Later expedite. Let me go look over Facebook. Let me go look. If me go over Facebook, if me go open up Facebook and log back in and me see